Okay, everybody, we're ready to take our first look at our first test here, or our first assessment or assignment, if you will. These are assignments, they're not tests. So you put your results into the assignment block associated with your group. Everybody's been divided into group. There's 5 in group 1 and 4 in group 2. There's 9 students in the class. So the first group will do a Word document for the Salvation Army in Dallas, Texas. And group 2 will do a PowerPoint for maximizing supply chain value for South Ontario hospital systems. So we're going to talk just a quick bit of, so you understand what I'm looking for, what the case kind of requires, kind of call out some things that I'd like to see you try to do and incorporate into your response. Again, this is to help me too. It's the first time we've done this, and so I'm going to give you some added, again, I'm going to share some added thoughts on this, which might not do going forward, but I think this probably be a pretty good template to work from. So here we go. Okay, so as I said, group 1 is going to do a case out of the text. And it's on the Salvation Army of Dallas, Texas, and it's about a supply chain challenges for a nonprofit humanitarian agency. So as you look at this, again, we all know Salvation Army. They use their charitable activities to support their mission by selling the charitable items back to the public. So similar to Goodwill or any of those things like this. So this is you'll see the case questions on page 24. You need to address the case questions. I would expect to see like no more than 1 page for each question. Graphs or flow charts are fine. If you need to do 2 pages or whatever, go ahead, whatever you think you're comfortable with. What we're doing here is we're looking at Salvation Army, and you're going to help them make a decision on how to improve revenue generation, or how to attack expense reduction. So really the first thing you need to do here is map it. You need to map where the money is coming from. You need to map a financial flow, and you need to map a product flow. So you understand how products and finance overlays, and you get a better sense for where the expenses are being taken relative to what product flow. So that's really the first thing you need to do, and it's just a very simple graph. You have inputs and outputs, and all of the information is in the case. So if you just kind of go into the case and just kind of set that up as a very simple flow, I think it's going to help you understand what this case is all about, and then help you address whether it's revenue or expense or both, whatever recommendations you want to make on this. Is what you need to look at. Also be cognizant that there's difference between relief agencies and relief operations and aid operations, and and the case does go in and really distinguish that. So again, this is I think if you do this first thing and you do the map, I think you're going to be way ahead of the game, and it'll help you focus on the answers that you want to submit back as recommendations. So again, this will be a Word document, maybe 5 to 6 pages, and you'll use the assignment link as it says here in order to do that. So while you're doing that, group 2 is going to be working on the South Ontario hospital systems, which is actually a CSCMP supply chain case. And this will be a PowerPoint presentation, and this is about this is obviously all very real here. This is about a hospital system in Ontario that went out to bid for a third-party logistics solution. So again, it's pretty much the same thing. In some ways, it's the same thing. You need to take a look at what is the current organizational structure. How are they doing? How are they currently managing their inventory and delivering their supplies, and then understand the questions and issues that are raised in the case about how do we do it better, how do we do it more competitively, and how do we do it more collaboratively. So there's something going on within the system, and they call it 3SO. So you'll see 3SO throughout this. Um, uh, there's something going on that the director of materials is looking for, and he's looking for uh, your input in terms of how they can do it and how they can do it better. Now, this being a case, they actually have done this. They've walked their way through it. So you're going to be looking at the case from start to finish. So what I would, again, strongly suggest you do is just take a look, just map out the organizational structure as it exists. Look at how they have gone about setting up the bid, how they've gone about selected the 3PLs that they want to work at. Have they put in there the proper requirements? Have they put the expectations in there? And have they outlined how have they outlined the challenges that they have and what they're looking to gain out of this? They also in here talk a lot about leveraging information technology across hospitals. All the hospitals at one time were under separate systems. So be sure that you get into really two sides of it. One is the physical side and one is the information side. And you'll see how they cross over. So that's what this case is all about. And then when you're done, or when you've commented on that, then take a look at the overall project plan, the approach that they took, and if you have any recommendations on how they could have done it better, please be sure to put that in there. So again, a page for every question that's outlined, and some of these questions are also outlined or at least called out in the content area for each of the case studies. So there's some more detail in there. This is just kind of a high-level overview for it. So again, five to six slides should be adequate. If you come up with 8 or 9, it's okay, but five to six should be adequate. And we'll go through this together, and we'll continue to improve on how we do this on a week-to-week basis. So enjoy your week. I look forward to reading your first cases, and I hope that you enjoy the mini lectures on supply chain management for this first week. I'll see you online.